Hey, before the video starts, I'm kind of an idiot and was misinterpreting what all-in meant for commissions. So each time I say round trip, it's actually per side. In a minute when I say the commissions for ES on NinjaTrader are $199 round trip, what that actually means is $199 to open and an additional $199 to close. So round trip is $3.98. Still very good. Okay, thanks, bye. Hi, how are ya? This one's mostly on my NinjaTrader setup, how to use the platform, why I like them, and also a little bit on what I think is the second best alternative, Tradovate. So, long story short, I paid $1,100 for a lifetime license to NinjaTrader. There's way more that goes into choosing a broker than just their commissions, and I'll try to explain why I think that hefty price is worth it. Someone once said, shopping for the lowest commission broker is equal to asking to be launched into space by the cheapest bidder. Just keep that in mind. The lifetime license sets my commission to just $1.99 round trip, which means to open and close the position on ES, and 51 cents on MES. These are very competitive prices, but the biggest reason I love NinjaTrader is their platform. I'll show you how to use it, and you can try a 2-week free trial if you're interested. For Tradovate commissions, it's $1.58 round trip on ES, so it's 41 cents less than NinjaTrader. Additionally, you can pay $99 per month for 38 cents round trip, or $199 per month for no commissions. This becomes very cost effective if you're trading a huge amount of contracts, but since you're watching this, you're probably not throwing down 1,000 trades a month right now. Okay, so if you're just starting, what I would recommend is that you download their 2-week trial and familiarize yourself with their platform. There are videos covering how to use it, so check them out if you need help. Then, after your 2 weeks are up, come on over and hang out with me on NinjaTrader, where you can get another 2 weeks of full access to their platform and live data for simulated trading. So, doing this will give you 4 weeks of access to the markets for free. Or, you could start with Ninja and end with Tradovate, whatever you want to do. Also, you didn't hear this from me, but I'm sure it's not that hard to figure out how to just keep signing up for the free trial using different information so that you can keep doing simulated trading. Now, time for NinjaTrader. At the end, if you have any questions, just leave a comment and I'll respond once I see that sweet, sweet YouTube notification. Okay, so this is NinjaTrader full screened. Right here is my account. I initially deposited $2,000, but the cost of market data is $12 per month. So far, I've paid $24. And this one is the simulation account, so when I do all my trades, I make sure that the execution is set to Sim 101 and not my real name because I'm just practicing for now. I mean, obviously it would be nice to make that, but, just learning for now. So basically everything useful comes from here. So we'll press New, Chart, Instrument, we'll put in MES, which is the micro version of ES, the S&P 500. Data series over here, we're going to make a tick chart. I'm going to set it to 1600, which means each candle has 1600 transactions before it makes a new one. Time frame, days. How many days do we want to load? Let's say 3 weeks, so 21 days. Right here, if you're weird, you can change it to like pink and yellow or something, but I'm going to stick with red and green because I'm mostly a normal person. Alright, so we'll press OK. Now this is what the chart looks like, so I'm just going to set it full screen. Looks nice. It actually plotted my trades from earlier. This is just a really, really simple trade that did well. I took 2 trades on a pullback during upward movement and then got out here. Just for fun. I wasn't really taking it too seriously. I mean, if I had held on, it would have gone like 20 points further, but just having fun. Up here with these little candles, this is the chart style, so let's find out what a mountain looks like. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Okay, whoa. Alright, but I'm going to set it back to candlestick. The drawing tool right here, this is where you can draw everything. This is very cool. Almost anything imaginable. Okay, going over here, the thing that everybody loves, indicators. I don't use any, but I'll show you one of the many reasons why I love NinjaTrader. So we go here to the drawing tool tile, click add, then we'll go over here to drawing tools. We want extended line, don't care about Fibonacci, it's not real. Horizontal line, line. Yes, we want the rectangle for those supply and demand zones. Only the best ones though. Okay, we'll press apply. Now we have this in the corner. So I can just click here, make a rectangle. This isn't really a supply zone, but if we wanted to, we could put it here. Okay. Now, gets even cooler. Gonna right click with my mouse, press properties. Want to change the color of the outline. We'll change it to red. And then we'll change the main color to red as well. And down here in data, you can specify the top of the box and the bottom of the box and what price they're on. So let's say I wanted this at 43.50. Just do 43.5. See, it goes up a little bit. Let's say I want this at 45.37. Goes down more. All right, I'm going to delete this. We'll go back over here to our horizontal line. Click it. Put it right there. Oops, I put it right on it. Okay, so we'll put it there. Let's say that I want this to be exactly at the bottom of this candle. I'm going to hold in the scroll wheel on my mouse on this candle, and it brings up all of this information. So you see the H, that's the high, L, that's the low, O is the open, and C is the close. V, volume. So I want to put that line at the bottom of this candle, and we know that the low is 45.27.25. So I'll click on the line, right click, properties, change this to 45.27.25. Okay, and now it's right at the bottom. And let's say I was drawing this line because I want to go long if the price gets back towards this line. So I'll right click on it, properties, line, change the color to green. Boom. So that makes it obvious that I want to get long there. Okay, let's get to the trading part now. We'll go back up here to Chart Trader. We'll open this right here. Now, making sure I'm on Sim 101, not my real account, so I don't spend any money. Right here, you can see the ask and the bid, and you see the volume on each one of them. Okay, now, the best part, the thing I preach about, ATM strategy. For you options people, no, this does not mean at the money strategy. Now, I already have one set up called Yeah, I Think, because I thought maybe I was doing it correctly, and I did do it correctly, so I just never bothered to change the name. This is how we do the bracket orders. So we'll go to custom, 1, meaning the amount of contracts we want to trade. Now we'll put a stop loss. We will set that to, let's say, 12. So divide that by 4, because there's 4 ticks and a point, and that means our stop loss is 3 points away. We'll just say profit, we'll just do 12 again. So 3 points away. Now you can also set up a trailing stop loss and a few other things, but I would recommend watching NinjaTrader's videos on that if you want to do that. So I'll press OK. Okay, so we have that set up. Now we'll press buy market.
Order filled.
And now we're long one position. So this down here is the stop loss. So if the price hits this point, it'll trigger a market order to close our position. If it comes up to here, the order will be closed as well. Now you can move these after the order. You can move them anywhere you want. So like obviously here, if we were getting long, this would be a logical stop loss area. It wouldn't make any sense to put one here. And this isn't a good trade setup anyways, but just as an example. So I'm gonna get rid of this line because it's kind of confusing. I just clicked on it and then press delete. So if you want to close the position, you can press close, or we can press any one of these sell buttons. But keep in mind that if you try to sell the ask, which is 0.25 higher, it won't fill unless the price goes 0.25 above that, because that's just how spreads work with futures. All right, we're 0.75 up, so I'm just gonna
Order filled.
close this. Now we'll close the chart trader. You see we made $1.25. We are now rich. Now I'll just bring up indicators once again. We'll go to the EMAs, add, open parameters. We'll set the day to 50. Click OK, and now we have it right there. Another thing is that to get rid of this text for the entries and exits, we just right click and go to data series, down to plot executions, text and marker. We can just set it to markers only. That way we just have the arrows. If you want it to disappear, just do not plot. Now I'm gonna get rid of this 50 EMA, because personally I don't think it means anything. You can pair it with a bunch of other moving averages and then create automated trading strategies, but as you can see right here, Not really a good thing to make trades based off of, unless your strategy has something to do with mean reversion. But even then it gets really tricky, and I just prefer pure price action. So I'll just click on it and press delete. If you don't want the background to be this color, we can go up here to properties, and then down here on the colors you have the chart background. So let's make this a horrible color. Oh my god, that is horrendous. Whew, that was a close one. Now up here under strategies, this is actually for the people who code automated trading systems. So if you're good at coding and you have a system that works really well, you may as well just automate it. Completely remove all the emotions, let NinjaTrader do everything for you. That's something I'm interested in, maybe 10 years from now or so, but for now I'm not going to be doing anything with this. If we want to change the chart to something else, we'll go up here to the tick. We can set this to a 5-minute one. Hey, you could even do a 1-second chart, although I wouldn't recommend it. So you'll see that this doesn't have my 1600, so I'll just put that to 1000. Then I'll go back to data series, change this value to 1600. Of course, you should always have multiple time frames while you're trading. Now I'm going to change the recording to both of my monitors, so it's going to look really funky for a sec. Okay, on the left, just a small chart for the 2-hour candles. I have the crosshair turned on because I like the way it looks. I don't think NinjaTrader comes set up with the crosshair turned on, so you right click, and then crosshairs right here, and then you just click local. You can see I have a demand zone marked out here with my green rectangle, and you can see that when you want this to go farther back but stay in the same amount of area, you just click on this, and you can drag that back and forth. So if you want to get closer, you can have it like that, or you can have it all the way zoomed out, which is how I have it on this one. Over here I have ES on a 4000 tick chart, so a bit bigger than the one I normally trade on. I can zoom this one out, just like that, and back in. You can go in really, really far if you want to, if you're a big fan of candles. Now let's say you didn't want it to be as up and down. Maybe you put 4 charts on one screen. You can come over here to the price, click and hold, drag it in like that, and then it becomes less stretched out. Now the problem is that when you go like this, it'll go off screen. So the way you fix that is you press the F, and it restores it. Now it automatically adjusts to fill up the screen with the correct amount of stretchage. So on the left, I have a 4300 line, a 4500 line, and a 4400 line. Now supposedly these are important price levels, but as you can see, it doesn't look like anybody cared about what they were supposed to be. So every day I move further and further away from caring about what things are supposed to do. I like just looking at what is actually happening. Now like I said, almost everything you need comes from clicking new. There's also this, if you want to trade with this, but I prefer using the chart trader. It also comes with this, where you can click on news, select what you're trading, and then it'll filter in news that relates to that, although I don't use that. There's a website called Forex Factory that has all the important news events.